Well, we have done much better in the league so far this season with Newcastle, but today we've got to face Manchester City and Liverpool. Welcome back to episode 9 of our FM23 beta series with Newcastle, where today we face the very difficult task of facing both Liverpool and Manchester City in the league. That's Erling Haaland and Salah for us today. We have been pretty decent since the last episode yesterday. We did lose against Leeds, which is a match that realistically we should have won. But then we have 4-1 wins against Watford and West Brom. We beat Wigan in the Carabao Cup, and we did most recently draw with Crystal Palace, but it was a good comeback from us, which is the saving grace there. The main problem we're faced with at the moment is injuries, which I'm sure is plaguing everyone in this beta series, but with us it's really starting to cause some problems. We can see down here we've got Enzo Fernandez. He's just about coming back to fitness, as is Lucas Torreira now. Jamal Lewis, our left back, is injured, as is our other left back Alfonso Pedazra. Cole Palmer, Anderson and Yao Mario all not fit enough to start today. It's looking a little bit thin. Does mean our lineup today to face that Man City side is Livakovic, Timber, Silva, Gomez and Trippier as our back four. We've dropped to two defensive midfielders in the form of Rodriguez and Guimaraes. We've then got Hudson-Odoi, Toivin, Isaac and Wilson up front. We can see how thin on the ground we are with Timber playing as a left back today, which obviously not his normal position. He has been playing as a centre-back for us, and then he was playing as a right-back replacing Trippier. Today he's not going to be doing either of those. Hudson-Odoi's not fully fit either. I have a feeling this could be a very, very long tie. I think in today's episode, the teams we're facing, so Manchester City and Liverpool, if we could get 2 points out of this, so either 2 draws or a win and a loss, 2 points plus, has to be considered a really, really good result for us today, because we shouldn't on paper get anything out of these games. They're both teams that are massively superior. We can see here as well, we start today up in 6th place in the league. We have the potential to go into that top 4 this season. But obviously, when we're going to play the likes of Manchester City and the Liverpools, you know, the Chelseas and the teams like that, it is going to be very, very difficult. I guess today will kind of tell us where we are. And that is why we've chose to go more defensively, because I think, you know, they've got quite a scary man up front. We're all going to suffer this season in FM23. Erling Haaland is going to rip teams apart this season. I mean, he already is. Anyone playing this Football Manager series, this Football Manager installment so far, is going to know that Erling Haaland is an absolute monster, much like he is in real life in the Premier League at the moment. Oh, we have given that one away. That one got blocked, and now Walker over to Kimmich. Apparently Joshua Kimmich is over at Manchester City now, and they have put their first of the day past us through Jack Grealish. It isn't actually Erling Haaland who scores. Jack Grealish is the man to do it against us. It's not ideal, really, is it? That did all start, though, because we gave away the ball. It wasn't even really... I mean, I guess that is Manchester City, like, pressing us. But it wasn't really anything magical that they produced, is what I'm trying to say. Erling Haaland isn't actually on the pitch. Of all the days, this is the day that Erling Haaland isn't actually on the pitch. I've just noticed that Grealish is actually the man playing up front. Obviously, the man putting the goal past us. But no Erling Haaland. I can only assume that means he's injured, because I don't think there's any way that this Manchester City side starts without Erling Haaland, without him being injured. At least I think not. Brentford have just gone 1-0 up against Liverpool. That's a little bit crazy. Liverpool are top of the league, but Manchester United have a game in hand, and Brentford are beating them. We're going to ignore all of that stuff, the assistant manager 10. I mean, 1-0 at half-time. We could still get back in this. It's kind of going to take one lucky shot, maybe a shot, a deflection, something like that. And obviously, we could be straight back in the game. It's not anywhere near unsurmountable yet, but it is getting to the point with these big teams that we do notice we don't really compete with them yet. Like, not on any sort of level. Not even close. De Bruyne here launching a free kick into the box. Headed away by, I believe, Hudson-Odoi, but no one there to pick it up. And now Manchester City are just going to very, very patiently build outside the box and probably try and put another one past us. Walker there with a shot from range. Straight at Livakovic, though. Easily manageable for our goalkeeper there. When you look at his match stats as well, Livakovic, he has actually been doing really well. We have had those games where he'll concede a couple, but equally the rest of the time, if you look at his expected goals against versus how many he actually concedes, he's doing all right. Silva here, over to Gomez. It's a rare highlight where we're actually on the ball. Isaac now playing out on the right wing today rather than up front, just due to injuries and fitness. Guimaraes now into the box. Can we square it? We can't, but Guimaraes can get his first goal of the season, and he's drawn us level against Manchester City. This is now something magical. If we can get a couple of points out of these top sides, then we're in for a very, very good season. I said square the ball. There were plenty of players waiting here, but there were plenty of defenders as well. And Guimaraes there, ignoring all of that, ignoring my pleas to square the ball, and instead going for the goal himself and managing to get one here for Newcastle today. And when you look at the match stats, we don't look that bad. We don't look great, but we don't look that bad. I am looking down at the pitch and seeing, though, there are some very, very tired legs already down here. So we're going to have to make some changes. Hudson-Odoi, obviously a bit injury prone, going to have to be one of them. So Maximin can come on for him on the opposite side. Isaac looks tired. We really don't have a lot of depth here. Really, like none at all. I think we're going to have to play Sean Longstaff in there and just move things around a little bit. Timber also looking pretty tired. We could bring on we'll bring on Rykick. You can play Zalewski there at left back, but I don't think it's a necessarily very good idea. If you play him at left back, he wants to be a complete wing back, obviously very, very attacking, and I think against the likes of Manchester City, very, very attacking might be a little bit of a bad idea. I think I'm going to make a double change here, and it's going to be Guimaraes coming off for Fernandes and Lucas Torreira coming on for Rodriguez. Both very capable of playing there. Both not quite fully fit yet, so this will help them build a bit of fitness and hopefully protect our back four, who are beginning to look a bit tired. I'm also looking down, and Gomez is only on a 6.1 rating, but he doesn't seem to have had that bad a game, at least as far as I can see. We haven't seen anything too significant that would indicate he's made an absolute clanger somewhere. I don't think he was at fault for the goal, so I'm not sure why his rating's so bad. I'm guessing maybe he's been giving away a lot of possession or something of that nature. It's just not something that's been showing up in the highlights, and realistically we didn't have a lot on the bench to bring on anyway, even with that poor performance. Kimmich there nicking the ball off of Rykick, and 90th minute, and it looks like Manchester City are now going to win this one. I thought we'd managed to shut them out for this tie. I genuinely thought we'd got lucky. But Rykick coming on as a substitute, trying to do some weird Anthony-like spin on the ball, giving it away. And that will be it now. Manchester City will set up shop. You'd imagine we won't even get into their half now. They'll just get possession back like they have here. Keep hold of it. Walker, rightly I guess, taking absolutely ages on this throw-in, because why wouldn't he? And now they might even get a third. Livakovic managing to claim that one. We have still got a bit of time. We're going to have to act very, very quickly, though, if we want to go and grab ourselves a second and draw level for the second time in this match. So Maximin plays it forward. Ball gets away from him, and he is tackled, although he's come back and regained possession for us here and plays it down the line for Rykick to run onto. That's another very, very poor ball there, though. Very poor ball there. We could have taken a little bit more time on that and kept possession. So Maximin, once again, coming back, putting both feet in, desperate to try and make something happen. And he has made something happen there. Big, big cross into the box for Wilson to fire into the back of the net. But now the question is it onside? Is it onside, VAR? It is onside. We've drawn level for the second time in this game. Oh, this is a little bit magic here. So Maximum there just managing to get enough of side of Walker to hit that cross in really, really early for Wilson. Obviously making a rare start for us. And we've got one of those 2 points I said we needed. Against all odds, I genuinely did not expect to get anything out of Manchester City. I mean, as it turns out, we've got very, very lucky with the fact that they've obviously not played Haaland up front, and I'm going to have a quick look now, but I'd assume he's probably injured. Yeah, he is injured, out for 2 to 5 weeks. This was an absolutely ideal time to play them. Now, if we could just have the same sort of luck against Liverpool, that would be fantastic. Well, after 2 weeks away, we finally get to this match against Liverpool, and thankfully, some of our team are a little bit fitter. We've got Livakovic in goal, Lewis, Silva, Timber and Trippier is our back four today. Rodriguez and Guimaraes remain in midfield. Zalewski, Saint-Maximin, Toivin and Isaac are our team up front. Although, as I'm doing this, I'm kind of tempted to do this again and put Wilson up front. I'm not a massive fan of Toivin. I'm very aware I'm the guy who signed him, but he hasn't turned out quite what I want him to be. And just because of fitness issues at the moment, I'd rather have Isaac up front, but I don't think we're going to be getting loads of chances and be going very attacking anyway with this sort of formation, at which point we may as well play Wilson up front. As we saw in the last match, he is very capable of going and grabbing a goal. Isaac is capable of playing on the right. It's probably just a bit better for everyone all round. Liverpool on the edge of the box here. And Harvey Elliott there apparently has been fouled. I mean, I'm not sure what the referee's seen there, because I honestly don't see a lot in that. Obviously, that could be just down to the match graphics. That could be down to there wasn't a lot in it. No penalty. Thank goodness for that. Because I was about to say there was nothing in that. It didn't even look like Lewis. It looked like Lewis barely touched Elliott there. Salah obviously starting up front for Liverpool. We got away with not having Erling Haaland for Man City. We don't get away with that twice, having a weakened Liverpool side, unfortunately for us. So Maximin blocking that shot, and it is going to go out for a corner then. Let's see if we can deal with this one. Harvey Elliott, the man taking it. Can we clear this? We've just about managed to clear it, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Just boot it away. We're absolutely fine with that. I'll take just route one clearancing at this point, as long as we don't concede. We did all right against Man City. It'd be lovely if we could go get a point here. If we could get 3 points, even better. But obviously Liverpool are top of the league at the moment, or I think they're not actually now. I think they are second. I'm pretty sure Man United did go and get their game in hand. Yes, so they are second. In fact, Man United are top with a game in hand. That's a scary 4. FM23, I'd like to report a bug, please, because clearly that's not normal. You can see here as well, Liverpool are very, very much on top. We haven't actually had a shot yet, but the 9 shots they have had, at least, haven't generated a huge amount of XG for them. So they do look like a lot of them are from long range and not necessarily very good chances. Livakovic spilled that one there. Again, that goal line technology means absolutely nothing. There's nothing we can tell from that. You can't tell if it crossed the line. It needs to be zoomed in more. Something needs to come up. Maybe a line across the ball, a bit like they do for offsides. So you could kind of see that against the goal line. Because at the moment, that does absolutely nothing for us. But it hasn't been given either way. The scary thing here, though, is Liverpool are starting to look very, very dominant in this match. And we have still not had a shot. We are very much just closing them out. Just closing them out. Park the bus tactic. Looking to get a point. And maybe a lucky goal. I'm just going to take this off because he's marking Henderson, but then that's dragging him out of position. I'd rather we stay tight here. I'd quite like for us to get a shot, though. Isaac apparently is very, very tired, so we're going to have to take him on. It's saying bring Palmer on. I think we'd be okay with that. Let's bring Palmer on. Let's see how he does. He's returning to the side after some fitness issues. That is one of our substitutes gone, though, at that point on the 52nd minute, but the last thing we want to be doing here is breaking Isaac. I'm just going to encourage the team a little bit, though. And hopefully, you know, go and get a shot on target. A shot. I'll take a shot, not on target. Let's just have a shot. It's all Liverpool in this match. Saint-Maximin there, trying to block off that pass. Not quite managing it. Henderson in the box. That one's hit the post. I think Livakovic got a hand to it. judging by the commentary down below. So it is going to go out for a throw-in. We'll see how Liverpool do with that one. Swung into the box there to the far post. It is cleared, at least for the moment. And then Pedro, I'm not sure who that is for Liverpool there. Pedro Goncalves. Yeah. That's a good signing for them. Into the 65th minute though now. We probably just need to make a couple more substitutions to freshen up some legs, I think. Rodriguez probably needs to come off, so Fernandez can come on for him. How does he play as a ball-winning midfielder? Reasonably well. I think they probably get switched around though. I think Guimaraes plays better in that role. Everyone else looks kind of fit at the moment. So we'll just wait a little bit longer before making any substitutions. This is an absolute Jose Mourinho masterclass in how to park the bus at the moment.
I am Jose Mourinho.
Let the team in, having lots of shots. We're keeping them at bay. We're keeping them at range. We're just hanging on and surviving, which is kind of realistically what we came here to do. We didn't come here, I don't think, to sort of win this match. We've come here to just set up shop and hope for the best. I would have liked to make a little bit more of a gamer out of it, but that obviously not happening today. I kind of need to take Guimaraes off. Danny Vivian? Yeah, all right, we'll go with that. It means that the back line is protected a little bit better. And we can make one more substitution. I don't really know in this situation who we'd want to bring on. Silva is looking alright at the moment. Timber's having a good match, so they all stay on. I guess we take Lewis off and bring on Pedazra, just so again the back line is as fresh as possible, because I feel like we're going to get battered in this last sort of 10 minutes at the moment. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised to see Liverpool pop up and grab a goal at the end of this, and probably deservedly so. I mean, if we went and got a goal now, you'd have to say it's very much against the run of play. Instead, we've got to full time, a 0-0 draw with no shots at all from us. If you're playing Football Manager and you get that result with those stats, you post that on social media, you tag Sports Interactive in it, and you say you just got FM'd. But it's not as bad when it's on the other foot, and it does mean that after 12 games we are in 6th place. It's a vast improvement on last season. If we're having a look ahead at our schedule now, I'd imagine we're going to play through the next 4 games. We come back for the Carabao Cup quarter-final and probably the game against Manchester United, who are obviously top of the league at the moment with a game in hand. Very scary stuff. If you have enjoyed today's episode, of course, please do drop a like down below. It's always very much appreciated. And subscribe to the channel as well. As soon as the full game drops, we will be changing over to our other series. That's going to be our original long-term save for FM23, our little journeyman, where we attempt to go and win the Champions League. And if you'd enjoy that, perfect time to join the channel. Until next time though, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.